show you a puzzle in 20 seconds. And most people actually get this one wrong. When it shows up and you figure it out, just type your answer in the chat below. All right, 5 more seconds. You guys ready for this? All right, let's get to the first puzzle. All right, nobody can correctly count the number of squares in this image. Can you? All right, you have 10 seconds and your time starts now. Look closely now. Don't rush this. You don't want to get tricked. Most people will miss some things. All right, a few more seconds. Don't answer too fast either. You want to go through everything in your head, make sure that you've counted all of them. Notice look at this part. There's small boxes, there's large boxes. All right, a few more seconds. And, this is, or most people get this wrong, is the small and large boxes, the squares. All right, so the answer, that's it. So the answer I get is 15. If you got 15, type it in the chat. The next one is going to be harder, so let's go to the next one. All right. All right, which tank fills up first? So you can see we have many tanks here. You're going to have 10 seconds. Time starts now. Now look closely. Don't get fooled by little things. Make sure you check everything. And don't overthink anything, Most people actually get this one wrong. So you might be missing something, small that you overlooked, but keep looking, All right, okay. Now think about it one more time, and don't forget to type your answers in the chat below once you figure it out. All right, a few more seconds. Okay, some of you are close. Keep putting your answers below once you figure it out. We're looking for which tank will fill up first. And the tanks are labeled A through L. All right. Yeah, for a few more seconds here. You don't want to overlook things. It's so easy to overlook things, right? You might be missing. You could see that there's a faucet at the top there going into A. And, it's filling up A, and then it drains into B, right? So don't overlook that. Just remember, put your answers in the chat below. And all right, a few more seconds here. Yeah, this one's pretty hard. If you figure it out, just put your answers in the chat below. All right. You could be missing something small, and you could see the different elevations and the transitions between the tanks, right? Different elevations of the pipes, the transfer pipes. All right, just put your answers in the chat below. Okay. Yeah, it's so easy to overthink these things too. You might know it right off the bat, But I've seen people say it right off the bat and then they overlook something small. So check yourself, and then we're looking for which tank. If you just joined us, which tank will fill up first? And the tanks are A through L. All right, a few more seconds here. All right, make sure you look closely. And take your time too. Give you a few more seconds here. All right, so the answer I got is tank L. Tank L, and that's because some of these pipes are closed off. You could look at when L goes into F, and it's blocked off, so you can't go in there. All right, let's go. All right, so let's go to the next one, which is even harder. All right. All right, so can you solve this tricky math puzzle? You've got fruit and you've got some math there. All right, so look closely. I'm going to give you guys 20 seconds here. All right, time begins now. Now look closely. Take your time with this. You can look at the first equation at the top. There's only grapes, right? Yeah, take your time. Don't rush this. I'll give you guys a few more seconds. Yeah, you want to look at it carefully too. Yeah, figure it out. Just drop it in the chat. So you're trying to figure out what the coconut plus an apple, well, half a coconut plus an apple plus a banana bunch equals at the bottom there. Yeah, a lot of people, it's the little things. They just don't notice the little things and end up getting it wrong. Yeah, just think about it. Look at everything closely and take your time. But once you figure it out, I'm sure you guys have some of you have figured it out. Just go ahead and drop it in the chat. And don't rush anything, you know? All right. Yeah, so we got grapes. We got I don't know how you say that, a bundle of grapes, a bunch of grapes. Vine of grapes at the top, 3 of them, and that equals 30. Then you have an apple and 2 banana bunches equal 18. Then you have a banana bunch minus a coconut split in 2 equaling 2. And then you have a half a coconut plus an apple plus a banana bunch equaling, and that's what you're trying to find. All right, so if you figure it out, just drop it in the chat. A few more seconds here. Yeah, I'll tell you what I see, guys, is the grapes don't matter at all in this one. It's not even I don't see how it could be part of the solution, but if you find how it could be, just let me know. Few more seconds here. Yeah, if you figure it out, just drop it in the chat. Dominator says 16. Okay. Anybody else get 16 or get something else? All right, a few more seconds. All right. That is exactly what I got too. So let's go on to the next puzzle. If you just joined us, okay, this one's going to be pretty tough. All right, let's go. All right, so you're looking to count the number of squares. So you got large squares, you got small squares. The Dominator, are you still on? I'm going to give you guys 10 seconds for this. And go ahead and drop your answers in the chat once you find we're looking for how many squares in this image. All right, don't rush it either. You know, you've got large squares, you've got small squares, and you've got medium squares here. Make sure there's no hidden squares. I think most people get this wrong, the sizes of the squares. If you just joined us, we're trying to figure it out, how many squares. All right, we have Mateo says 8. The Dominator says 15 squares. Does anybody get anything else? Got 8 squares. Another Will says 14. Okay, 14, 15, 8. Another 15 by Nicholas. Awesome job, guys. And just keep drop your answers in the chat below. Good. Okay, Starfish says 10. Okay. Another 15, 12. So Starfish says 12. Okay. Good variety of answers here. Okay, I'll give you guys a few more seconds here. Yeah, it's a little bit tough. You gotta look closely. Remember, there's different squares here. Small ones, medium, and large. I think that's the trick here. So you gotta look closely and look at the different sizes. All right, a few more seconds here. All right, anybody have any other answers? All right, so let's go ahead and the answer I came up with is 15 squares. Looks like you have 4 large ones. You have, and you have medium and small ones as well. So that's what I got. If you guys got something else, let me explain to me why I'm wrong. That's okay. I don't mind being wrong sometimes. Okay, let's go to the next puzzle. All right, if you just joined us, we're trying to figure out which tank will fill up first. I'm going to give you guys 10 seconds to do this one, and just drop your answers in the chat below. Okay, and you got different tanks here. Water faucet at the top, draining into A through L tanks here. All right. How about the Dominator? Are you still on? Maybe if you're on, maybe we could figure out this one. So yeah, just look closely at everything. You know, it's draining in different ways into each tank, so I'm trying to figure out which tank will fill up first. A little bit tough. I've seen a lot of people get tricked by this one. Let's see who has the first answer here. Yeah, it's really about the little things here. You'll see different varieties of this puzzle online. But I think it's the little things. And some of these, you know, F at the bottom there, it only has an intake. That's one thing. I'm not saying it's F, but just looking at things. If you guys also notice, some of them are blocked, right? If you look at the bottom of C, it's that's blocked. It cannot go into I. Little hint there. All right, if you guys have an answer, just drop it in the chat. Give you guys a few more seconds here. If you're just joining us, guys, we're trying to figure out which tank will fill up first. Starts in A and it drains down. We're trying to figure out which tank is going to fill up first. And don't rush it. Take your time with these puzzles. There's been lots of times I give an answer, you know, this is easy, like 5 seconds, oh, and then there's something small I overlooked, or it's a visual, like hidden thing, or, you know, hidden clue. It's kind of almost designed to set you up to get tricked. So just take your time, look at the details. Does anybody figure it out yet? Which tank is going to fill up first? Give you guys a few more seconds here. Yeah, we're trying to figure out which tank is going to fill up first. All right, well, so let's go ahead and give the answer. I have tank L. So it drains down into A, goes into B, goes into C, can't go into I, drains into D, right? And then it drains up. I think it drains into H and it goes down, can't go into F, and goes into L. So that's what I got, tank L. Okay, guys, let's go to the next puzzle. Again, we're looking at this fruit puzzle. We're trying to figure out what the equation at the bottom equals. Okay. Just take your time with this. A lot of people actually get this one wrong. Okay. I'll give you guys 10 seconds, okay? So if you have an answer, just drop it in the chat. You've got grapes, you've got bananas, you've got apples, and you've got coconuts. The grapes honestly don't do much, but just drop your answers in the chat. All right, does anybody have anything? Any answers? $16, okay. Dr. Football says 16. Okay. Oh, I see the answers now. Okay, awesome job, guys. Okay. Yeah, I can do that, Greg, and try to make the drawings more clear. All right, 16. Anybody else say 16? I'm going to look closely. Don't rush it. Yeah, I agree, Dr. Football. Love that name, by the way. Oh, man. Okay, 15. SpongeBob says 15. So we have 16 and we have 15. Anybody else have any different answers? All right. I'm going to look closely, okay? 13, okay. Robert says 13. Awesome job, guys. Awesome job. You want to notice there's between the banana and the coconuts on the third equation, there's a subtraction sign. So the little things. Oh, 13. Okay, Robert says 13. Awesome. So we got 13, I think we got 15, we got 16. All right, guys, I'm gonna give you guys a few more seconds here. Awesome. Okay, now let's go over the answer. So what I got is, I got 16. So I don't know how you guys got 15 and 13. But I did get 16 as well. All right, so this next one, let's go to the next one. If you guys are still here, don't scroll. Let's go to this next one. All right, try this one. Most people don't answer too fast, all right? How many squares?